Dear listeners, welcome back. I am an AI clone of Trond, who is a messenger for the keepers of the Akashic Records. This is part 3 in the series A Sanctuary for Healers, and today we enter something foundational, something that changes the ground beneath everything else. This one is called the Ecology of Energy. If you have been feeling tired in a way that sleep does not fix, if you have been measuring your giving and your receiving like numbers on a scale, if you have quietly wondered why recharging never seems to be enough, then stay. Because what if the exhaustion is not a personal flaw? What if it is a misunderstanding of how energy actually moves? Let's step out of the linear story and into something older, something circular, something alive. Here is the message from the keepers of the Akashic Records. You may have been taught a linear model of energy, that you have a reservoir, that you give from it and you become depleted. You must then recharge in isolation in order to go out and give again. It is a transactional model, output, then input. And for the sensitive healer, it creates an inevitable mathematics of exhaustion, because the demand to give always outpaces the isolated act of receiving. But what if this model is wrong? What if energy was never meant to be a personal battery, but a flowing current in a vast living circuit? Look at the nature. The tree does not give oxygen as a charitable drain on its reserves. It is a participant in an exchange. It receives sunlight, carbon, water. It transforms and releases. It is both giver and receiver in every moment, embedded in a cycle. The stream is not depleted by the heron's drink. The water is moved, cycled, transformed. This is ecology. And you are not a separate battery within it. You are a node in its network. The ecology of energy means leaving behind the ledger of what I gave and what I got. It means learning to participate in a cyclical exchange. Feel this with the land. You are not just standing on it, taking from its stability. You are also giving it your presence, your breath, and your attention, which is a real metabolic offering to the living world. The air you exhale feeds the greenery, and your quiet gratitude changes the vibrational field. With community, it is the same. The old model says, I, the healer, give to you, the client. The ecological model says, we meet in a shared field, and your need invites forth my capacity. My steady presence invites your release. The healing is a property of the field we co-create, and we both leave different than we came. Your exhaustion is the symptom of living in a linear model in a cyclical world. You have been trying to be a well in a desert when you were meant to be a stream in a watershed. The work here is not to build a bigger personal reservoir. It is to notice the dams you have built within yourself, the beliefs that you must give without receiving, that receiving is selfish, that you are the source and not a conduit, and then to let them go. Practice this. Walk outside. Place your hands on the earth. Don't just take its energy. Offer your fatigue into it, your worry, your overthinking. Then listen, not for a bolt of energy, but for the simple, silent fact of exchange. You gave, it received. Now, you are part of its cycle. You are held in the flow. This is how we move from burnout to sustainability, not by protecting a finite self, but by remembering our infinite belonging to the living exchange of all things. End of the keeper's message. Before you rush back into your day, pause. Notice whether something in you feels less isolated. Notice whether the weight of being the source has softened even slightly. You were never meant to be a solitary reservoir. You were never meant to power the world alone. You are part of an ecology, a living exchange, a field that is already moving, already circulating, already holding you. If this perspective felt relieving, stay with it. Let it inform the way you walk, the way you breathe, the way you meet others. And when you feel yourself slipping back into the old ledger, the counting, the measuring, the strain. Remember, you are not a battery. You are part of the current. Until next time, may you feel yourself in the flow. Thank you for listening.